Marching Greco's off tonight. Jon Kelley's got the job.
Yeah, Jim Essian doesn't anymore. I remember when the guy first took the job, won his first 5 games, and he was a hero, but not anymore. Well, the waiting game is finally over as the Cubs fired Jim Essian, making him the 13th manager terminated this season. That's a Major League record, and it's Essian's record that cost him his job. After taking over for Don Zimmer in May, the Cubs failed to meet expectations, finishing 4th with Essian posting a 59-63 record. Word is Jim Fry wasn't happy with the way Essian handled the pitching staff.
We've got quite a list of candidates because we asked several people to contribute, and we ended up with quite a few names. I imagine in the next week or so we'll start narrowing those people down and maybe talking to some.
Is the possibility of you going into the dugout still alive, or have you now ruled that out, or has it been ruled out?
I don't, you know, I've been reading that now for 3 weeks, and internally here, that subject has not come up. Nobody with the Tribune has ever said one word to me about the possibility of managing.
Well, if you had plans on watching the Tyson-Holyfield fight on November 8th, I suggest you make some new ones. A report made by TVKO says the fight has been postponed because Tyson injured his left rib cage. No makeup date or other details have been released. We go to the hoop now, and the Bulls and Nets battling an exhibition play over in Lansing, Michigan. Scottie Pippen flying high tonight, on the wing, shaking, baking, and Pippen goes in for the slam, and he had more for the fans out of the stadium. Next, you'll catch Pippen breaking away here. Pippen flies in for the easy hoop as he finished with 21 points. Jordan had 24 as the Bulls win it in double overtime, 125-120. Now tomorrow the World Series swings into action, and what an unlikely matchup. Both the Twins and Braves pulled off unbelievable turnarounds, going from 2 of the saddest teams in baseball to a shot at the world title. They're keeping things pretty loose up in Minnesota as some of the team members battle in a game of turf hockey, but tomorrow at the Metrodome, it's Game 1 of the Fall Classic and time to get serious.
We've been playing good ball. Atlanta had to play great baseball to be here, to beat Pittsburgh, and I think we're just going to let it all hang out, man. I don't think it's going to be any stone. We're not going to leave any stones unturned. We're going to come out and going to play the game hard, and hopefully we'll come out on top.
With football season in full swing, you can bet plenty of guys are glued to their TV sets all over the country trying to keep up with the action. But as we make our way into the 90s, it's becoming crystal clear women are joining in on the fun and starting up their own group of hardcore, diehard football fanatics.
2nd and 15 from the 4. Come on, throw the ball!
I think I was born this way. There have been many weddings and situations like that, I don't know, funerals, where we've gone with transistors in our ears and people say things like, oh, I didn't know they had a hearing problem.
It's a strain on our relationship.
He's throwing, he's throwing! He's getting him! Look at this crap.
Closer it came to kickoff time, her mood just elevated. I think sometimes she needs medication.
Even at home, I can't even watch TV.
Because I have to have football on.
Football on, so I
Monday night, Thursday night, all day Saturday, all day Sunday. There are women who love football whose husbands don't, and I happen to be one of those women.
I'm out of here.
If I go to a football game with a man, they'll tend to treat me as if I don't understand what's going on, and they're explaining the game to me as we go along. And excuse me, I understand this as well as you do.
I sort of respect their efforts to assimilate in this men's territory, but I feel violated, and I just, you know, I wish they would keep away.
I have nothing to add to that. That'll do it, sports.
Good. Thanks, John.
You bet.
Up next, what's coming to video stores for the holidays?
It's a whole lot more than a 4-door. It's a great new way to the great outdoors. Think of all the things it's perfect for. It's a whole lot more than a 4-door. The new Expo LRV Sport Wagon from Mitsubishi. Maneuverable, comfortable, just the right size. It comfortably seats 5. It's also available with all-wheel drive, even if you're just going to the store. It's a whole lot more than a 4-door. The Expo LRV Sport Wagon from Mitsubishi. The word is getting around.
A storm is brewing. Highland's Electronics Storm. All the electronic equipment in our stores has caused an electronic overload, and it won't pass until we sell everything. Like the Sharp CD player with 19-key remote, just $116. And this Whirlpool large-capacity automatic washer and electric dryer, just $397 a pair. All with 6 months, same as cash financing. Watch for Highland's Electronic Storm now through Saturday. But be careful, prices this low could cause quite a shock.
Your Better Buick dealer has 2 words for the makers of overpriced sports sedans. Get real. There is an alternative, and it starts from around $17,000. Buick Regal. An independent auto analyst wrote, Regal exudes quality and backs it up with great looks, performance, and luxury. Road and Track wrote, Regal, a great deal of car for the money when compared to the imports. Get real. Buick means quality and value. See your Better Buick dealer today.
Updating our top stories tonight, Chicago police identified a hit-and-run victim as 20-year-old LaShawn Hudson. It took hours to identify her because she was robbed of her money and identification while lying in the street. Police are still searching for suspects in the case. Clarence Thomas sworn in today as the 106th Supreme Court Justice, the swearing-in done on the White House lawn, with the oath of office to come next week. Arlette Schweitzer is the first American woman to ever give birth to her own grandchildren. The 42-year-old South Dakota woman became a surrogate mother for her own daughter, who was born without a uterus. The twin children were born 5 weeks premature, but are very healthy.
Jim Tolman rejoins us now to tell us what we'll be waking up to this weekend in terms of weather. Jim?
Well, I've been trying to find out if this storm was going to slow down any, and that would give us some real problems because the cold air behind it is cold enough to create snow from what has been rain. However, it appears that the cold air is in the dry portion of this. There's a chance, as you see this one little area here, that you might have a little light snow. I don't think it's going to give you a problem for your driving for early tomorrow morning. It's going to be a chilly morning, though. The wake-up calls for sunshine, but low 30s inland and near 40 degrees lakeside. Be prepared for a chilly morning, actually a chilly weekend, Carol.
All right, thanks, Jim. If you missed some of this summer's blockbuster movies, then wait till the holidays. Channel 5 entertainment reporter Norman Mark says they will soon, those movies that is, be on the shelves of video stores.
The biggest theatrical films of the summer will arrive in video stores in time for Christmas rentals and sales.
If you want to live.
It cost almost $100 million to make Terminator 2, but it's earned twice that in America alone. Arnold Schwarzenegger as the alien sent to protect the teenager arrives in video on December 11th. The second most popular summer film, Robin Hood with Kevin Costner, becomes a video on October 30th, and you should be able to buy it for under $25. Robin once again robs from the rich and gives to the poor.
You see a lot, Doctor?
One of the all-time scariest movies, Silence of Lambs with Jodie Foster and Anthony Hopkins, is available for rental next week. Hopkins is an imprisoned killer who helps Foster catch another murderer. A movie made in Chicago, Backdraft, becomes a video on November 7th. Kurt Russell and William Baldwin are brothers fighting fires and each other. Some very classy dramas are being released in video, including...
Did you see that report? Yes or no? Objection!
A film that deserved more popularity than it got, Class Action with Gene Hackman and Mary Elizabeth Mastrantonio, arrives next week. Father-daughter attorneys battle in and out of court.
They say, leave it to the states.
A TV drama about the 1950 Supreme Court decision ending segregation, separate but equal, with Sidney Poitier and Burt Lancaster, arrives next week. A classic, Spartacus, will be available both as it was seen in theaters and as adapted for home television. This rental includes the scene between Tony Curtis and Laurence Olivier, which was censored from the original release. My little-known video finds include...
Da quanto tempo duravano questi...
Open Doors, an Italian multiple prize winner which begins with a triple murder and ends as an exploration of the nature of guilt and the law.
Except for August, when Dances with Wolves and Home Alone came out. It's been a pretty dry year in the video industry. The hopes are that with the pre-Christmas release of Terminator 2, Robin Hood, and Silence of Lambs, that a lot more people are going to be thinking about renting and buying videos. Now, tomorrow night, we're going to be talking about comedies and family films. I'm Norman Mark, Channel 5 News.
Finally tonight, every now and then, when you work in the news business, you think you might have seen or heard it all. Well, the White House Director of Presidential Inquiries says she received a letter inviting President Bush to attend the funeral of a, quote, hard-working, patriotic American. According to the family writing the letter, the funeral could be held at the president's convenience because the man was on a life support system and they could pull the plug anytime it fit the president's schedule. He said no. That's the news this Friday.
We thank you very much for joining us. As we leave tonight, we leave you also with the centennial celebration of the Chicago Symphony Orchestra. Have a good weekend. Good night.
Farm fresh eggs, garden ripe vegetables, cheeses, and Bob Evans farm sausage. We took all the goodness you've come to expect from Bob Evans and rolled it in a soft flour tortilla to create a brand new taste from down on the farm. Introducing Bob Evans' new sausage, ham, and zesty cheese burritos.
Bob Evans, down on the farm.
You expect a certain level of luxury and performance from a Nissan sedan. So we took the Maxima SE, the best import sports sedan under $25,000, and made it even better for 92 with a 190 horsepower engine. And we built the Maxima to retain more of its original retail value than the BMW 525i, the Acura Legend, and every other sedan in its class. For a limited time, get special factory-to-dealer incentives on 91 Maximas.
Rogan's Hero, Saturday at 6:30 on Channel 5.
From Hollywood, The Tonight Show starring Johnny Carson. Johnny's guest host is Jay Leno. This is Tommy Newsom along with the NBC Orchestra inviting you to join Jay and his guests, Lily Tomlin, Neil Patrick Harris, photographer Annie Leibovitz, and the music of Martika. And now, Jay